Hello and welcome back to another video in our Zoom tutorial series. In this video I'm going to show you how you can start your very own Zoom call so you can host a call with family or friends. Many people can attend. This is a little bit more complicated than the stuff we did in the previous videos, but hopefully if you follow through step by step you'll be able to get through it. So the first step is to download Zoom. If you already followed our previous videos, you already downloaded Zoom and you won't have to worry about this step. If you haven't seen the previous videos though, and you want to download Zoom, the easiest way to do it is like this. So first, open your web browser. That's probably Google Chrome, but you might be using Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge or something, and just search for download Zoom. It should come up right away here. So what you're going to do is click go to download, and you should be taken to this site right here. This is Zoom's official website. For here, it will say Zoom client for meetings under the header Download Center. That's how you know you're in the right place. From there, all you do is click the big blue download button. And if you're in Google Chrome, which is again the one that looks like this, as I showed you the last time, you will see this little bar on the bottom here, this gray bar, and it will say Zoom Installer. So what you do is you click that installer, give it a second to pop up here, and that will open a window that says Zoom Installer initializing, and you really just want to let this go on its own. And if it prompts you, if it asks for permission for anything, just click yes or click allow. Nothing harmful here. This is directly from Zoom officially. So now you're going to get to Zoom. So now if you don't see Zoom right away, what you're going to do is click your Windows Start button in the very lower left corner right here where my mouse is. Click that, and you should see a button here that says Zoom. If not, just type in Zoom. And if you installed successfully in the last step, you'll see a button here that says Start Zoom. So just click Start Zoom, and it will open up a window like this. It will say Join a meeting or Sign in. So here we're showing you how to start your own meeting. So for the purposes of this, you will need to have an account with Zoom. So before you get a little scared, there is a simpler way to do this. So click Sign in, and hopefully you use either Google or Facebook and you know how to log into those, because if you do, it will make this setup process a lot simpler. So what I would recommend you do, if you do use one of those services, is click Sign in with Google, and click Sign in with Facebook. So for example, if you click Sign in with Facebook, that will bring you right into Facebook. And here you're going to type in your email, your phone number, your password, click Log in, and that will return you back into Zoom automatically without having to set up a new email. You can also do the same exact thing with Google. You click Sign in with Google, and that will bring you into Google where you would enter your Gmail, click Next and sign in as usual, and then continue over to Zoom. If you do not use either of those things, you will have to sign up for a new account. You can do that by clicking the Sign Up Free button in the lower right hand corner. Once you click that, it will take you to Zoom's website. Alright, so just to quickly show you how that works, what you do is you type your email in here. I already have mine copied, but you would just type it in just like normal, and then click Sign Up. From there it says we've sent an email to you. So what you do now is you open your email, and you'll get something like this. It'll say Zoom, no reply at zoom.com with the subject, please activate your Zoom account. So you want to click on that email, and then there should be a big blue button that says Activate Account. From here you can click that button, and that will bring you to a page that says Welcome to Zoom. In here you can type in your name. So let's just fill this out real quick. So it asks you your password twice just to confirm that you guys are on the same page and you haven't typed it in incorrectly. Then you click Continue. From here it'll ask you to invite your colleagues. You can simply skip this step. Now it'll ask you to start a test meeting, but you really don't have to worry about that because we'll get back to that in a second. So now just click Go to My Account and you're good to go. So now you can simply head back to Zoom. So at this point, if you're logging in with a Zoom account you just made, you're going to want to enter your email, enter the password you just created. I would recommend checking the Keep Me Signed In box and then just click Sign In. Either way, you're going to have to log in. So I'm going to show you, I'm just going to use mine with Google. So I'm going to click Sign In with Google, and you can see that brings me right here. These are the accounts. These are already logged in on my computer. If you're not already logged in, you'll have to enter your Google email and your password to log in. I'm just going to click my account here. Oops. Try that again. Doesn't always work on the first try. So here, if you're already logged in, it will show you the available accounts. If not, you'll have to enter your email and password. I'm going to click my account. Okay, and then it's going to say this. Open Zoom, question mark. It says google.zoom.us wants to open this application. Here you click Open Zoom. Now we'll connect to your account, and you should see a window like this. This is Zoom's main window. This is their main interface. And this has all the main buttons you're going to need to start a meeting. So obviously if you're joining someone else's meeting, you're going to click Join. But if you're joining someone else's meeting, there's no need to do all this making an account and whatnot. You're here to learn how to start a meeting. So obviously you're going to click this big orange New Meeting button. From here, this will bring you into this window, which will bring you right into a meeting straight away. So if that's sorry about that. I forgot to mention, you do have to click Join with Computer Audio on this window, so that way you can hear what's going on, and then you'll be brought right into your meeting. So if that's all you wanted to do, you're good to go. Now the only thing left to do from this point is share your meeting. So what you want to do is click Invite, this button right here where my mouse is. And now the easiest thing to do, you could use the built-in email section here. Yeah. So if you want to send an email, again, sorry not to confuse you here, you click Invite, and then you can click Email and send an email directly. But you also have this code at the top of the window. See, mine is 718-767-347. That is your meeting code. So you could just tell somebody that code, and that will allow them to join the meeting. You can also click the Copy URL button. If you click that button, it will copy the URL onto your computer. So then if you want to share it with somebody, like let's say you were writing a normal email, and none of this stuff was here, what you can do is simply right-click and click Paste, and it will then send them a code to join that meeting directly. The other thing that's important to keep in mind is the meeting password in the lower right-hand corner. So in order to join a meeting, your participants will need this meeting code. So mine 718-767-347. Yours will be different. This is unique for each meeting, and they will need the meeting password. Once they have that information, they can follow our previous tutorial on how to join a Zoom meeting. It's much simpler for them to join. And now you can have a meeting of many people all at the same time on Zoom. One last thing, when you're done with that meeting, so this is your main meeting window here. Once everybody joins, you will see their faces and you'll hear their video and they can see you. And again, you have to make sure you have a webcam in order for this to work. But this is your main window here. And I showed you all the buttons and features in our last video. So when you're done with the meeting, you can click End Meeting. And then you can choose to either leave the meeting, which will leave the other people in the video call, or end the meeting completely, which will just make it go away for everybody involved. Alright, so finally I'm going to show you how to schedule a meeting. So this is useful if you want to schedule an event in the future, like a birthday party or a get-together, and you don't want to host your meeting right now, but you want to have things a little set up so you don't have to, cram to do it all during that time. So again, in your main Zoom window, so if you don't see this window again, click your Windows key, type Zoom, and click Start Zoom. What you want to do is click Schedule, this big blue button here. Now you can give the meeting a name. You can set the date over here using this calendar. You can set the time, and you can set the duration. You can also choose if this is a recurring meeting, meaning will it happen more than once. And then you can use your meeting ID. So you can either have a random ID or your personal ID. So you can change the password in this box. So if you want to have a custom password, like whatever, something related to that meeting, you can enter a custom password here. Now there are just some more options. I wouldn't really worry about most of these. I would probably leave these the way they are. And in the advanced options, if you click advanced options, you have an option to enable the waiting room, meaning people will have to wait in a room before the meeting starts, before they can get in. Enable join before host. If you check that, it will allow people to join before you, the host, have joined. Mute participants on entry. That will mean that if you check that box, people will be muted when they first come in, meaning nobody will be able to hear them. And finally, automatically record meeting on local computer. That will record the meeting onto your computer. So once that's all set up, you can simply click Schedule. Alright, it's asking me to log in again. I'm not sure if that'll happen every time. So what this is doing is actually adding an event to my calendar. If you use Google Calendar, that's great. If not, don't worry about this. Let's see, what was it? Yeah, see, so this is doing it adds it to your calendar automatically, but if you don't use that, don't worry about it. But anyway, I'm going to allow this to create a calendar event. Allow. And this is just automatically creating an event on your Google Calendar. Again, if you don't use this, don't worry about it, but if you do, it's here and that's very useful. So anyway, you can now see on your Zoom dashboard, your main screen, you can see this is my upcoming meeting. It tells you the time and the meeting ID, and you can now send out that information to the people that you want to invite to that meeting, and then they can join once that meeting starts. So to do that, next to the name of the meeting, click this three-dot menu where my mouse is, click copy invitation, and now you can write an email just like you normally would. And what you do, whoops, let's delete this. What you do is just right-click and click paste. And now it says, it gives you this message, that's your name, Sam Friedman is inviting you to a scheduled Zoom meeting, and this gives the other person all the information they need to know to join your meeting. So thank you so much for watching that video. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you learned a thing or two about Zoom and how to set up a meeting. I wish you good luck on your next meeting and all your future Zoom calls.